The air in Kansas City is electric tonight. There's a buzz that you can feel in your bones, a sense that something special is about to unfold. The city itself seems to be holding its breath, waiting for kickoff, as fans pour in from all directions, their excitement building with every step closer to Arrowhead Stadium. It feels less like a neutral site and more like a home game for Nebraska. The stands are absolutely packed with Husker faithful, their presence overwhelming. It's as if the heart of Nebraska has been transplanted right here into the heartland of Missouri, turning Arrowhead into a temporary home away from home. Tens of thousands of fans, a sea of red, have filled Arrowhead Stadium. The sight is breathtaking. Everywhere you look, it's a wall of red, flags waving, voices raised in unison. The energy is contagious, and even those new to Husker football can't help but get swept up in the passion. The iconic N logo is everywhere, on hats, shirts, and flags. It's a symbol of pride, of tradition, and of a fan base that travels anywhere to support their team. The red and white gear is more than just clothing. It's a badge of honor, worn by generations of fans who bleed Husker red. The crowd's energy is a powerful advantage for the team. Every cheer, every chant, every roar from the stands fuels the players on the field. The noise is relentless, echoing off the stadium walls, making it nearly impossible for the opposition to ignore the Husker presence. The stadium, usually home to the Chiefs, is transformed. Tonight, it's draped in Husker colors, banners flying high, and the field itself seems to pulse with anticipation. The familiar NFL venue has taken on a new identity, one that belongs to college football and the Nebraska faithful. The roar as the Huskers took the field was deafening. It's the kind of sound that rattles your chest and sends chills down your spine. For the players, it's a moment they'll never forget. A thunderous welcome that lets them know they're not alone on this stage. This is a fan base that's endured years of frustration, but their hope is stronger than ever. You can see it in their faces, in the way they hold their signs high and cheer with all their might. They believe in this team, and tonight, their optimism fills the air. Tonight, under the national spotlight, they're ready to show the world Nebraska is back. The cameras are rolling, the lights are bright, and every moment is being broadcast to millions. It's a chance for the Huskers and their fans to remind everyone what makes this program so special. This Thursday night opener on ESPN is a major event. It's not just another game. It's a statement, a celebration, and an opportunity for Nebraska to reclaim its place in the national conversation. The world is watching, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Arrowhead adds to the spectacle, creating a big game feel. The stadium's legendary atmosphere, combined with the sea of red, makes this night unforgettable. It's the perfect setting for a showdown that fans will talk about for years to come. For the players, running out to a stadium packed with Husker fans is unforgettable. It's a dream come true, a moment that validates all the hard work and sacrifice. The support from the stands gives them the confidence to play their best on this grand stage. The fans have set the stage. Now it's up to the team to deliver. With every eye in the stadium and across the country watching, the Huskers have a chance to make a statement, not just for themselves, but for every fan who made the journey and every supporter back home. This game marks the start of Matt Rhule's third season, a pivotal year, not just for him, but for the entire Nebraska football program. The air is thick with anticipation, and every snap, every play, carries the weight of expectation. Rhule has spent 2 seasons laying the foundation, instilling discipline, and building a culture of accountability. Now, as the third season dawns, the question lingers: can all that hard work finally pay off? After a winning season and a long-awaited bowl victory, expectations are sky-high. The energy in Lincoln is electric, and fans who have waited years for a return to glory are daring to believe again. The echoes of last season's triumph still ring through Memorial Stadium, fueling a sense of possibility that hasn't been felt in a decade. Fans now dream of a Big Ten championship. The banners, the chants, the sea of red, it's all a testament to the unwavering hope that defines Husker Nation. For many, this isn't just about football. It's about pride, tradition, and the belief that Nebraska can once again stand atop the conference. This opener against Cincinnati is the first big test. The Bearcats are no strangers to success themselves, and they arrive hungry, ready to spoil Nebraska's homecoming. The stakes are high, and the outcome will set the tone for the entire season. It's a chance to prove last year's success was just the beginning. The players know what's at stake. They've trained all off-season, pushing themselves to be faster, stronger, and more united. The tunnel walk isn't just a tradition, it's a statement of intent. The past decade has been tough, but Husker support never faded. Through losing seasons and heartbreak, the fans kept showing up, filling the stands with hope and loyalty. Their faith is the backbone of this program, and tonight they're louder than ever. Last season's bowl win released years of frustration and brought new optimism. It was more than just a victory. It was a turning point, a sign that the tide might finally be turning for Nebraska football. Now, the team must build on that momentum. Every practice, every meeting, every rep in the weight room has been about taking the next step. The hunger to improve is visible in every player's eyes. Rule's history shows his team's leap forward in year 3. At his previous stops, year 3 was when everything clicked, when belief turned into results and potential became reality. Nebraska fans are hoping history repeats itself here. Husker fans are hoping for the same. They've seen the groundwork laid, the culture shift, and now they're ready for the breakthrough. The sense of anticipation is almost tangible, as if the entire state is holding its breath. The team plays a physical brand of football reminiscent of Nebraska's glory days. Toughness, grit, and relentless effort, these are the hallmarks of Husker football, and they're back on display for a new generation. Facing Cincinnati, a well-coached and talented opponent, is no easy task. The Bearcats bring speed, discipline, and a chip on their shoulder. Nebraska will have to earn every yard, every point, and every moment of respect. A win tonight would be a statement. It would show the nation that Nebraska is not just back, but ready to compete with the best. It would validate the hard work, the belief, and the sacrifices made by everyone in the program. It's about beating a quality team on a national stage and validating Nebraska's contender status. Under the bright lights, with millions watching, the Huskers have a chance to announce their return to relevance. The weight of recent history is heavy, but hope for the future is even stronger. For every fan in the stands and every player on the field, tonight is about more than just football. It's about pride, redemption, and the promise of what's to come. Tonight is the first step toward a new era. The journey won't be easy, but with belief, unity, and relentless effort, Nebraska is ready to chase greatness once again. All eyes are on sophomore quarterback Dylan Raiola. After a record-setting freshman year, the hype is immense. His development and chemistry with receivers are crucial. Junior running back Emmett Johnson is a versatile weapon, providing balance and power. He's the workhorse who keeps the offense moving. Sophomore receiver Isaiah Hunter is a rising star, stretching the field and opening up the offense. Their connection could be one of the best in the conference. Nebraska's defense, elite against the run, returns key starters, and adds standout linebacker Marcus Watson-Trent. This unit is fast, physical, and aggressive. They'll be counted on to create turnovers and set up the offense. The performance of both sides of the ball tonight will set the tone for the season. Raiola, Johnson, Hunter, and the defense are the keys to Nebraska's hopes. This is a team built to compete. Nebraska received the opening kickoff, and from the very first moment, it was clear they came to make a statement. The energy in the stadium was electric, the anticipation almost tangible as the Huskers lined up for their first play of the season. Every fan in the stands could feel the weight of expectation, the hope that this year would be different. The first drive set the tone for what Nebraska football wanted to be: physical, aggressive, and unrelenting. Johnson powered through defenders with tough, determined runs, while Raiola delivered crisp, confident passes that kept the defense guessing. The offense looked sharp, executing with a sense of purpose that had been missing in recent years. The offensive line, often the unsung heroes, dominated the trenches, opening up running lanes and giving Raiola time to survey the field. Nebraska moved the ball methodically, mixing power runs with precise passes, each play building momentum and wearing down the Cincinnati defense. The highlight of the drive came when Raiola dropped back and fired a perfect strike to Hunter on a deep crossing route. Hunter caught the ball in stride, racing past defenders for a huge gain that brought the crowd to its feet and sent a jolt of excitement through the stadium. The stadium erupted, the roar of the fans echoing across the field. It was more than just a big play. It was a signal that Nebraska was ready to play fast, aggressive football, and that this offense had the firepower to back it up. Raiola kept the momentum going, quickly finding freshman Cortez Mills Jr. on a short route. Mills, showing poise beyond his years, secured the catch and fought for extra yards, moving the chains and keeping the drive alive. The offense was clicking, each player feeding off the energy of the moment. Johnson then took a handoff and burst through a gap created by the dominant offensive line, breaking tackles and surging into the secondary for another big gain. The physicality up front was obvious, and Nebraska was imposing its will on Cincinnati. Near the goal line, Raiola showed his composure, connecting with tight end Luke Lindenmeyer on a quick out route. The play set up a 1st and goal, and the Huskers were knocking on the door, threatening to cap off a near-perfect opening drive. But Cincinnati's defense refused to back down. They dug in, making a stand at the goal line and stuffing 3 straight Nebraska runs. The tension in the stadium was palpable as the Huskers faced 4th down, the crowd urging them on. Nebraska settled for a field goal, but the drive was a clear success. They had marched down the field with authority, showing balance, discipline, and a newfound confidence that had the fans buzzing. By controlling the clock and dictating the pace, Nebraska announced their offensive identity to everyone watching. This was a team determined to control games, to play on their own terms, and to make every possession count. The message was unmistakable. This Nebraska offense was for real. Players celebrated on the sideline, their confidence growing with every snap, while coaches nodded in approval, knowing their plan was working. The fans believed it, and so did the team. There was a sense of unity, a shared belief that this season could be special, that Nebraska football was finally turning the corner. With a promising start and a statement drive, the Huskers had set the tone for the season. The journey was just beginning, but already hope was alive in Lincoln. Late in the second quarter, Nebraska leads Cincinnati 6-3. The score is close, but Nebraska has dominated the game. They've controlled the ball and dictated the pace. Time of possession is heavily in Nebraska's favor. The defense has held Cincinnati to just 65 total yards. Nebraska's offense has moved the ball well, but settled for field goals. No turnovers, a sign of discipline and growth. The Huskers' ball control strategy is working perfectly. If the defense keeps this up, field goals may be enough. Nebraska is winning in the trenches, setting the tone for the rest of the game. Nebraska's offense is a balanced attack. Raiola's arm and Johnson's legs. Raiola looks poised, making smart decisions and accurate throws. His connection with Hunter has already produced the game's biggest play. Johnson has been a workhorse, running with power and purpose. His success on the ground forces defenses to respect the run. This opens up passing lanes for Raiola. The offense is spreading the ball around, keeping Cincinnati guessing. This balance allows Nebraska to control the clock and the game. If you load the box, Raiola can beat you deep. If you drop into coverage, Johnson will gash you on the ground. It's a winning formula. Tonight, we see the rule effect in action. Nebraska is playing tough, disciplined football, winning in the trenches and avoiding mistakes. The culture shift is clear. Players have bought in. The defense is aggressive and confident, flying to the ball. Player development is evident. Johnson, Hunter, and the offensive line have all improved. Rule's third year is when his teams usually take off. The foundation is set, and the wins are starting to come. This is a cohesive unit with a shared identity. The performance tonight shows Nebraska is right on schedule. The rule effect is real, and Husker fans are seeing the results. Nebraska is building for sustained success. This season feels different for Husker fans. The presence of Dylan Raiola at quarterback changes everything. He gives Nebraska a chance to win every game. The team finally has a clear identity, tough, physical, and disciplined. Last season's bowl win broke a long cycle of negativity. Now there's confidence and swagger. The players expect to win, not just hope. The schedule is challenging but manageable. This is a veteran team with a star quarterback and elite defense. The ingredients for a special season are in place. The hope is now based on evidence, not just faith. Tonight's performance confirms Nebraska is ready to be back. The foundation is solid and the future is bright. The Huskers are poised for a return to prominence. In the second half, Nebraska must stick to their game plan: physical defense and balanced offense. Turning long drives into touchdowns will be key. Expect more deep shots from Raiola and power runs from Johnson. Cincinnati needs explosive plays to get back in it. Nebraska's control of the game is total. A win tonight builds confidence for the season ahead. The goal is now a Big Ten championship, not just a bowl game. This season is a turning point for the program. With Raiola at the helm, the window is wide open. For the first time in years, the path to greatness is clear.